tense morning hour at Guam Supreme Court, Hafaday, and good evening. I'm Tina Chow.
And I'm Jeff Marchessault for News Watch. Tense it was and packed to the gills as lawyers presented oral arguments for and against Gutierrez-Ugan's petition to stop Calvo Tenorio from swearing in as governor and lieutenant governor on Monday. Gutierrez-Ugan attorneys fighting for a new election board and a general election do-over. Election Commission counsel insisting the board acted in good faith. And Calvo Tenorio's lawyer saying it doesn't matter if they acted in good faith or not, that Cal-10's right to be elected and the people's right to elect them must stand. But Gutierrez-Ugan say that won't do. The law is the law is the law. And Guam must have a law-abiding governor and board for the governor's election to count. It all started off cordial enough. Calvo and company meeting and greeting the Gutierrez side of the courtroom, even wishing Gutierrez attorney David Lujan a happy new year. Frank Ugan all smiles and hugs. Gutierrez himself appearing chipper.
You're asking me for more, aren't you?
An air of professionalism and good humor prevailed before, during, and after proceedings today, following countless hours of research and filing hundreds of pages of documents. Attorneys seemed relieved to have reached this milestone. Everyone just glad to have their day in court. Arguments centered on whether the presumed Election Commission board acted in good faith or bad when they allegedly missed their renewal deadlines, renewed improperly, and ran the general election without proper authority, and whether reputed board members can therefore be considered de facto officers only for the purpose of protecting the certified electees and the voter base that brought them to power, with a slap on the wrist never to let their legal authority slip again.
Not one of the party nominees was actually nominated by the party, as the law requires. So what you have here is such a fundamental disregard for the law and the legal process that it approaches bad faith.
We don't believe that there was a scintilla of evidence to show any bad faith, abuse of discretion on behalf of the GEC.
It cannot be the case that the entire Electoral Commission can simply ignore its obligations and go ahead and act without a court saying, no, that's not acceptable. You need to follow the law.
Yeah, we have a fundamental difference, and I think arguably he could be correct, but it would not apply because the de facto officer doctrine is intended to protect third parties and the public. And the results need to be that mistakes like this don't happen again. It's not to topple government or to redo an election, but to make corrections.
Well, that certainly should be the way of the future, no question about that. But the point is, this election was tabulated and decided and certified by 7 people who were not qualified to do it. That cannot stand. That needs to be corrected.
And so justices take arguments under advisement, while supporters from both gubernatorial teams await the court's decision.